Hello from Tampere in Finland. You join me backstage at the Nokia Arena, where in about 2 hours' time, Queen and Adam Lambert will take to the stage for the final leg of their 2022 Rhapsody Tour of Europe. But before then, I am happy to say, to celebrate the launch of Rhapsody over London and to answer some of the questions that you have been submitting, I am joined by three very special gentlemen. They are, of course, Brian May, Adam Lambert and Roger Taylor.
Hey,
hello,
good evening. Hello.
Hey. It's a very hectic time of day for you on show day, so thank you for giving us this time. Before we get started, very shortly, the film that was filmed at the O2 in June is going to be available for people to watch. And a slight spoiler alert, but Brian, during that show, you thank the fans who have waited nearly 3 years for that moment to take place. Now, from my point of view, I know what it meant to be able to finally come and see you guys, but what did it mean for you to be back on stage after that 2.5 years, 3 years?
Oh, it was hard to believe. You had to pinch yourself, really, because I actually thought in the middle of the lockdown, this is never going to happen again. You know, all these people holding on to their tickets and we may never get out there again, because I got really sick apart from anything else. And the whole landscape seemed to be impossible. You know, everyone was going to have to wear masks forever and whatever. So just to be there was the most incredible feeling. Yeah, it was the unlocking of all this kind of pent-up emotion. And it really felt that way. Amazing. I think you probably feel it in the film as you see it.
Definitely. Very excitable crowd.
Yeah, we were excitable as well, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we've had hundreds of questions submitted by fans, so thanks to everyone who sent one in. Unfortunately, we're not going to get through all of them because these guys have got a show to do, and if we sat here answering all your questions, there are going to be 10,000 very angry Finnish people wondering why they're not seeing the band tonight. But we'll get through as many as we can, and so let's get cracking. And the first one, I think, Adam, is for you.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Hi, Adam, Roya, and Roger. My name is Julia Takayama from London. I have one question to Adam. Your voice is fantastic. Please tell me how I can be a good singer like you, Adam.
How can you be a good singer like that?
Oh my goodness!
What advice?
Legs. That was very sweet. You know, I started singing when I was a child. So I think if you love something, if you have a passion for something, hopefully your parents are supportive and give you the proper tools to help you hone your hobby or your craft. And just stick to whatever you love, even if it gets hard, even if you think it's an impossible dream, you know, running towards that dream is really gratifying, no matter where you land. Yeah.
Great advice. Well, let's see if in a few years' time we're all watching him. On telly. Brilliant. Okay.
Wonderful.
So great question. Thank you. Can we have?
How eloquent was she? How amazing.
I know.
How old was she? Amazing.
Hi, Queen and Adam. This is Aga from Poland. How are you? I saw many families enjoying your amazing show in Madrid, and I would like to ask you, what is the feeling of knowing that your music connects to different generations? Thank you.
Oh, that's a very good
Roger,
question.
Argo from Poland wants to know what it's like to have multiple generations in your crowds.
Well, it's fantastic. This tour in particular, coming after our movie, I think, Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie about us and Freddie, I think has brought us to a new, younger generation, for which we're very grateful. It's wonderful. But we have a really young audience out there every night, and all ages as well. But it's very gratifying, wonderful. Every night has been incredible.
Yeah. It's great. The music connects with people from so many different ages, and that's timeless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is great. Fabulous. Well, it's been great having these questions submitted because we've got some unusual ones. And this one, I think, Brian, I think you'll enjoy this one. Yeah, let's have the next one.
Hello, I'm Lois. I'm 13 years old and I'm from West Sussex, UK. I saw you twice at the O2, and when I came to see you, I loved all your outfits and Adam's hair and makeup. Brian and Roger, if your outfits got lost, which one of Adam's would you wear, and would you let him do your makeup for you?
Which of Adam's?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I didn't get
I
it.
don't think we'd be allowed to wear Adam's outfits. Really.
Oh, certainly. There's plenty to go around.
Okay, well, this is rather nice. I'll take this one.
Okay. What you missed, she also said, would you let Adam do your makeup before the show?
Oh, I missed that
Roger,
too.
Would you allow
I don't. There'd be so much of it. I'd have to be carried on.
Adam actually has done some of my makeup. You didn't notice. I remember you did a little.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did a little bronzer at one point, didn't we? Yeah.
and playing drums
I'm a
in
bit
the,
old
the
for that,
platform
really.
shoes? Is that possible?
Not for me. No.
I think our glam days are a little bit in history. Really.
I'm holding on to them dearly.
This man is.
I'm holding on to the glam rock
He's in the pink,
fantasy.
he's in the prime of his life. He's allowed to be glam.
I might be holding on to it as well.
Fantastic. Okay, this next one is for all three of you. So let's go and see this one.
Hi guys, my name is Jeroen. I'm 46 years old.
Hi, my name is Quinn. I'm 10 years old.
We are father and son, originally from the Netherlands, but we live in Spain. When I was 10 years old, I went to see you, Queen, in Leiden in the Netherlands. And now he's 10 years old, and we went to see you guys in Madrid a few weeks ago. Now the question we have for you is,
What was your first concert?
Yeah, Roger, what was your first concert? Can you remember?
That's a good question. That's really difficult. I think I went to see the Shadows, who I loved. They were an English instrumental band, and they kind of ruled in the 60s. And I went to see them at a seaside resort in Great Yarmouth, in Norfolk, is it Norfolk or Suffolk? In England, yeah.
Wow.
The Shadows.
Interesting.
The end of the pier.
Great.
Love that.
And that's very similar to my experience. I went to a seaside resort, and I can't remember which one on the south coast, and I saw the Hollies. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I was only about 5 or 6, I suppose. No, maybe a little more, 10. But I remember hearing that guitar sound. It was completely different to what happens in your living room. This amazing kind of tearing, very kind of emotional sounding. I just couldn't put a name on it, and I thought, that's what I want to do. I want to make this. Tony Hicks playing guitar for the Hollies. Very sticks in my mind. How about you? Where did you see?
I saw a pop concert. I saw Paula Abdul in,
Oh.
in San Diego, where I grew up. I thought she was everything. I thought she was so cool. Yeah.
Did you come away thinking, I want to do that?
Well, yeah, she had it was very. I was doing a lot of theater at the time, and she had dancers and costumes, and it felt like very theatrical, like a stage show. So I loved it. I did kind of think I want to do something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And here we are.
It's lovely that father and son are enjoying.
It's really nice.
you
Yeah.
know, that first experience, both through Queen. And
Yeah, that's
now with
cool.
Queen and Adam.
Yeah.
That's really.
I remember we used to enjoy playing in Leiden in the Netherlands, and it was
would have
a
been the Magic Tour, I
big
guess.
barn of a place. And then the son has just been to our Madrid show, so fantastic. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, which was a great show as well.
Yeah,
really.
Madrid was good.
Great.
Madrid was hot.
Okay, well, we're cracking through, so let's keep going. The next question.
Yeah.
Warming up.
Hi, it's Erica here from Auckland, New Zealand, and my question is about the incredible and amazing guitar and vocal duet riffs that you guys do in the lead up to I Want It All. And I was just wondering if there's a story as to how that was developed and how that came to be. Thanks.
Good question. Adam, could you?
I think it was kind of freestyled, and it just grew. Yeah, it did. I think you were just making some swells, and I think I just started singing, and then it kind of turned into like a proper back and forth thing. Yeah. But it was organic.
The big secret is we don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of vibing
Making it
off
up.
each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens great. Sometimes it doesn't. You never know. That's the joy of it, really, because sometimes
we look at each other and go, "What are we doing now? Is it over?"
It's a truly organic section of the show.
Absolutely.
We're sort of
Which is
leading each other.
Different every night.
Yeah, it's nice to have those little bits where you really don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Keeps you fresh.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good question. Nobody's ever noticed that before.
Yeah, that is a good question.
It's a great build.
Good question. Thank you.
Although what's interesting is on this tour, we went from it just being sort of blues style, runs, and we kind of started drifting to the east a bit on this one, which is really interesting. So it's kind of become a mash between the two, sort of psychedelic that way.
And in the concert film they'll see later on, it's beautifully lit as well, and it just looks fantastic, very mysterious, doesn't it? Because lots of silhouettes. And
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystery to it, especially for us.
mystery to everyone. Fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to Indonesia for our next question, so let's have a look at that.
Hi, Brian, Roger, and Adam. I'm Ayu from Indonesia.
Hello.
So this year you had the pleasure of playing for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Can you tell us how did you prepare for such an incredible event? And what was it like to play there right in the middle of your tour schedule?
Yeah.
The last part of that is very interesting. It was very tough because all the tour was laid out before the Jubilee request came along, and we had 2 nights on, 1 night off, and 2 nights on, and all sorts of other stuff. And the 1 night off became the Jubilee, so it was very tough for us physically to do like 5 nights in a row. And in the end, I think we did 9 shows in 10 days.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
So it kind of hurt. But the experience was great, yeah. I mean, it's a one-off, and one-offs are quite terrifying. It's not the same as being on tour and knowing where you are. It's not our company, it's not our production. It's the Palace with all their people.
We were on the fountain.
Yeah, we were in the middle, yeah. And it's the BBC with all their clipboards. And you're in the middle of it thinking, can we just do a bit? But months of preparation for that just few minutes.
And about 500,000 people in the mall,
Yeah, watching us rehearse.
Adam had to do a very long walk at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which came off.
I wore the flat shoes
It
for
was
that.
going to work.
Yeah,
It did.
wore the flat boots. Yeah. I have to say the audience was just incredible. Because we were, we had been working really hard, so we were like, okay, here we go, let's do it. But I felt a real lift from them. I mean, that's quite honestly, that's how our audiences have been on this whole tour. Is that if you feel a little tired, the minute you get out there, it's like, it's getting charged. It's great.
But it also, it was wonderful because it was just our bit was preceded by the Queen herself. Talking to Paddington Bear, and then doing the little "We Will Rock You" on a teacup,
You've made it, don't you? When that
It's
happens.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It was funny thing is, I asked for that. I said, would the Queen tap it and whatever, and they wouldn't give us an answer, and we didn't know until the day before. They said, we might get somebody royal to do it for you.
You guys knew before me. I didn't know until after the show. I heard something back there by the. I was like, I hear somebody talking. I don't know what that is because they were playing the videotape. And then after the show, I went on YouTube and saw it. And went, oh, that's beautiful. I loved it. Yeah, it was so cool.
It's a big thing. I'm going up, of course. I'm not quite on the palace roof again, but I'm going up on this lift and I'm up beside Queen Victoria, which is a big. These one-offs are incredibly exciting, incredibly nerve-wracking because you get one chance in front of 1 billion people.
Live TV.
So yeah, it's live. So it was quite something. I'm glad it's one of those things. Once you've done it, you think, glad that's done. glad that wasn't a train wreck. And we didn't screw it.
We were all able to kind of take a nice collective sigh of relief after it was over, making sure it was right.
As
we were at the beginning.
Going first, exactly.
So we could just
And then it's follow that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but everyone else was cursing.
It was nice. It was a nice day, which helps. If it had rained, it would have taken a lot of the
Yeah, it was beautiful out. Yeah,
No,
we were
was
lucky with the weather.
It was amazing. Great. Well, look, we'll take another question if we can.
Hello, this is Christoph from Germany.
And this is Julieta from Mexico. We would like to ask you, what has been your biggest challenge and your most rewarding circumstance happening in this tour so far? Thank you.
Thank you.
The biggest challenge, I'm guessing that was probably the Jubilee, but Roger, the most rewarding thing from this tour?
On this tour, wow, that's difficult. We had a great night in Switzerland. We had a wonderful in Madrid, fantastic in Amsterdam. It's all been great. I couldn't pick one. It's all been fantastic. The audiences have been wonderful.
I think for me, it's the audiences themselves. We've always had great audiences and great tours, but we've done something a little different with most of the cities here. We've had the floor of most of the arenas standing room, which is a bit different than what we've done in the past, at least us together, and it changes the energy. And you get probably maybe on the slightly younger side or the side of the people that are willing to wait at 5 in the morning all day, so they're really, really pumped and ready to go. And it changes the energy.
Yeah, it gives you something great. And strange enough, if you're looking for challenges, the biggest challenges were the nights where that didn't happen. Like in Paris, they're all sitting down on seats on the floor, and you have to give so much more energy to get the thing.
They were lovely, but they're just more relaxed. Yeah. They didn't have to fight for the seat like the other standing room was.
exactly.
So it's like a competitive thing almost.
Yeah. No, it is definitely getting to the front is a huge achievement. So
It's
you're going
like
to make the most.
they give us so much. The energy that these kids give us around, and they are kids, like 15 to 25.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
they're
the older
amazing.
guys are around the outside enjoying. But these kids are giving us that energy, which
That's
we
been
need.
wonderful.
Really great. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming and doing that.
Well, we gave the brief that people had 30 seconds to ask a question, and this guy has really made the most of his 30 seconds. Here you go. Brace, strap yourselves in.
Hi, I'm Oscar. I'm from Barcelona, Spain, and I would like to ask you some questions. What's your favorite superhero? What's your favorite musical group besides Queen? What's your favorite movie? And finally, do you like Italian food or Spanish food more? I can't believe you're watching this video. I'm so excited. Greetings from Barcelona. Goodbye. Adios.
Well, Oscar, that's amazing. Brilliant. All right, look, we'll have to break this
Did
down.
we write it down?
The answer is yes.
Okay, Brian. Brian, I'll start with you. Favorite superhero?
Oh God, Wonder Woman.
Okay, I thought you'd be contractually obliged to say Flash Gordon, but fine, that's okay. We'll go. Adam, favorite band other than Queen?
Quite like Muse
Oh,
a lot.
great.
I like Muse a lot.
Cool. Roger, favorite movie?
Movie, I'd have to say 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. Yeah.
Okay, and without causing an international incident, show of hands, Italian or Spanish food?
Both.
Spanish.
Probably Italian.
Oh, that's perfect. What a great outing. You guys
Very
are so
neutral.
diplomatic.
Very neutral.
Fantastic. Okay, well, quickly, well done, Oscar from Spain. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's go for our next question from Sophia.
Hello, my name is Sophia. I'm from Germany. And my question is for all of you. Do you have any kind of routine that you do before you go on stage? And if so, what is it? And have there been any kind of changes throughout the years leading on to this day? Thank you so much for answering my question.
Yeah, Adam, perhaps you could
Adam
take that
first.
one.
Come on.
I like to get real done up, so that's part of my routine and part of my prep for the show. But I also do a vocal warm up. Sometimes if I'm running late, I skip some of these steps, which I pay for later. But I do a vocal warm up. I try to stretch a little bit and move around and kind of like I have like a rolling thing. I have a ball. I kind of get loose in my body. And the one thing that's changed is I think years ago when we started, I was more nervous and I had more self-doubt than I do now. And so I drank a drink, an alcoholic beverage usually before the show. And now I haven't really been doing that much. Yeah, okay. I might have one towards the end.
Any during? No. Just
yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Brilliant. But as a band, do you have a ritual that you?
We do a warm-up. Yes, we all go into a
Yes.
little room and Spike plays the Joanna, and we do little snippets from all the songs, all the harmony bits, and practice our harmonies, and it loosens you up, and it also hones the harmonies. People have been known to say, oh, the harmonies sound suspiciously good, like they have them on tape. Well, we don't. We don't have anything on click or tape or backing tracks or whatever. We sing them all. We have 3 good singers. Well, I'm probably the worst, but we have no. We have 5. There's 6 singers. We have 6 singers.
Everybody sings.
So that's why all the parts are so well done,
And we rehearse it a lot. So every single day we're rehearsing those harmonies in the warm up, and also loosening up our vocal cords and stuff. So
and we do a sound check when we get to the venue as well. So that's even before. And both of those things I think help us just also. Not only does it get us, polished up musically, but we connect. It's like, oh yeah, we're about to go on the stage. How are you? How was your day off? How was It keeps us as a family.
Yeah. Truth is, on a show day, the whole day is a preparation for the gig.
Yeah.
You're conscious the whole time. You eat at the right time.
Yeah.
You change your clothes at the right time. You're trying to get your face, have a shave or whatever you do. You do your hair. And I have to do nails because I have so much stress on the nails. I have to sort that out. And the whole day is focused towards that moment when you go on the stage.
Yeah.
It all springs to life. And everyone's doing the same, not just the 6 of us, the 3 of us, the 3 backing musicians, but also the whole crew. The whole day is spent aiming towards that moment. And it's a great crew we have. every night I say thank you to those.
Really great.
crew. It's probably the best crew we ever had.
Yeah, they're amazing.
But it pays because you see it on stage. It's very, very slick.
Yeah, and you rely on each other. We rely, the three of us relying incredibly on each other. We're eyeballing the whole time. We know what we're going to do, but we're dependent on the whole team. The whole team is right there. The automation, the video, the lighting guys, sound
It's a
guys.
team sport.
Yeah.
Totally a team effort.
There's no I in team, is there?
Yeah.
No. Okay, we'll move on to the next question.
There's no I in team. There's a rude.
Hello, greetings from Belgium, Antwerp. Thank you so much for the amazing concert last week.
Brilliant.
My question is, what is the most difficult song to drum for Roger? I think it's amazing songs and every song is different. And I'm sure Freddie is very proud of you guys.
Oh,
lovely thing to say. Roger, the hardest song to drum to for you in the show?
Oh, I would say possibly I'm in love with my car because it's in a sort of 3-time and it's kind of not fast and it's quite difficult to sing and keep the 3-4 beat going. Yeah. So it's also very high to sing. So yeah.
No,
I kind of dread that moment every night.
It's so good.
Do you ever wake up and go, I wish it wasn't in the set list?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, this one's for you. This is a curious one. Thought you might be interested to see this.
Okay.
Hello, Brian, Adam, and Roger. I'm Mariko from Japan. In 1975, at Budokan, I handed a gift of toy koto to one of your staff. So, Brian, was it my toy koto you used for the Prophet song?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, the toy koto was a present to me. It must be from you, yeah. And I hope I thanked you at the time. I always used to try. But it's about this big, and the real koto is about this big. I think they come up to about 9 foot long, like a Steinway Grand. But the traditional Japanese koto has an amazing technique to it. It's a bit like a harp, but different, and you can bend the notes by pressing the strings here. So the toy one does all that. You could actually play it. So I used it on the Prophet song. Yeah, we used a proper harp, like an English harp, if you like, and this Japanese toy koto to link the two songs. It was the Prophet song and Love of My Life.
Oh, cool.
And I still have it. So thank you. I still have it in a very special place in my house. Yeah.
Oh, I should be thrilled to hear that.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
For that.
Lovely. Okay, another one for all three of you now. So have this question.
Hi, my name is Karen. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. I was at the concert that was filmed on June 8th, so I look forward to watching that. This is a picture of me and my brother with the Apollo 17 astronauts. I thought Dr. May would appreciate that. My question is, who in your past have you met that ranks at the top of the list that you felt most honored to meet?
The person you've been most honoured to meet. Who wants to go?
Well, I'm going leading straight off what you said. I met Neil Armstrong at one of the Starmus conferences, and I got to have breakfast with him up on the top of the volcano where the observatory is, and I will never forget it. It was just out of the blue, this guy who I revered, and he was the nicest, most modest guy I could possibly imagine. He never did interviews. He just did one interview for Starmus. And we sat there and sort of solved the problems of the world. Wow. So Neil Armstrong for me.
Really good. Adam?
These guys.
Oh, good answer.
Worked out pretty well. And I remember it was on the finale of American Idol, and it was a very busy time. You know, there was lots to do. It was stressful, and it was hard to sort of take in the moment as much as I could. But they said we invited Queen to come sing. I said, what? What? So I was just blown away by it and kind of in shock. And we got on stage, and it felt very good. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's crazy that I came onto the show and sang Bohemian Rhapsody to get onto the show, and now we're bookending it with a performance of We Are the Champions, and then now here we are now.
I never expected you to say, we love you, Adam.
Oh,
what an amazing thing.
It's true, though. I mean, it changed the course of my life.
Wow.
Big
Brilliant.
time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, Roger, I'm sure you're going to say Adam, but apart from Adam,
Yeah,
who's...
apart from Adam. No, I'd have to say Nelson Mandela.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's what a guy. What a guy. Yeah. And it's a shame there aren't anybody to follow up.
Yeah.
You know, in that caliber.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that he had a huge presence, didn't he, in the room?
Oh yeah, and when you think of what he, what he forgave, and by example, 27 years in prison, and his great magnanimous act was to forgive, that, and then change the regime.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. That's a great question, Karen. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll crack through. We're doing well, guys.
Hi, Brian, Roger, and Adam. My name is Cammie, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And my question is, after the curtains have closed and the show is done, which Queen song is still stuck in your head? Thanks.
Generally Champions, because it's the last one.
Yeah.
I do find it going around in my head.
Yeah. Do you get any other songs stuck in your head, or find yourself humming the next day?
I don't. They're all in there. I mean, they're all in there. I don't know which one. I mean, it kind of changes. Like but there always is some sort of kernel of something floating around.
I think for musicians, especially if you're doing it, your head is always filled with something. There's always something going around in your head, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's like a strange kind of disease, and it can be nice or it can be annoying. And I literally find Champions going around in my head, and I'm thinking of lines that I could play that I never do to that chord sequence.
I love that.
It's like an obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great. Okay, great question. Okay, moving on.
Hi, my name is Ruth from Central Bedfordshire, England, and I've been cast as Skirmish for my school production of We Will Rock You. My question is, what tips do you have for dealing with stage fright? Thank you.
Yeah, Adam, one for you. Going in a musical, stage fright?
Well, not drinking, because she's probably too young. No, I think there's a difference between stage fright and then being excited. There's a line between the two, and I think you can kind of negotiate with yourself and realize I'm probably feeling this way just because I'm excited. And adrenaline actually, although it can be overwhelming and a little stressful when you're just sitting down beforehand, is actually a real help when you get on stage sometimes. It's a great fire that gets lit under you, and if you learn how to sort of channel it and sort of ride the wave of it, it makes for a great performance. So, but it takes years. It takes a long time. I still am trying to figure it out.
Yeah, if you let it control you, it just ebbs away.
Yeah.
And then you find you're exhausted after about 10 minutes. So for me, it's to kind of just focus and go very quiet. And then I have a little scotch.
But not for her.
Not for the school.
Not for the
Scotch
school.
tape. Scotch tape.
Yeah.
Reward yourself with a Diet Cola.
Yeah,
That's what
there
I
you
would say. Reward yourself with a candy or something. Maybe that'll help.
That'll help.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Great stuff. Okay, can we have the next question, please?
Good questions.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Rowan. I'm 13 and I'm an American. So I'm a beginner on the drums, and so are my friends. We're all in a band together. And I was wondering, is it possible for us to learn how to play our instruments, let alone play together? What did you guys do in the beginning? Thanks.
It's an interesting question. How do you not only learn your instrument, but learn to play with other people so you can be in a band? Is it a very different thing?
Very much bound up together, because playing with people, of course, is what it's all about. You can only get so far in your room on your own. So getting out and playing with people is the essence of it, really. And if you're lucky, you find people that you can play with. I mean, I'll never forget walking into the room first time with Roger, and he's tuning up his kit and doing things, and I thought, ooh, I haven't heard that before. And we started playing together, and it was like God-given. Something just happened. There's a chemistry, and that's what led to us being here.
But I do think you have to learn the basics of the instrument first, the basics.
Yeah.
And then when you fire off with somebody else, the interplay, and then you sort of start to understand how it all works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from a singing point of view, is it the same? You sort of try and find other musicians to work with as
Yeah, I mean, it was, I remember the first time I got to sing with like a band or like an orchestra. It was so different because the voice lessons I had taken previous to that was just a teacher on a piano. And even some of the theater I did, like, it was low budget. They literally had one piano player for the whole show. But the first time actually like having a beat to sing to changed everything for me. I was like, oh, well, that feels different than just a piano. I mean, it changes the way you feel the music, changes like what you're able to do, I think. It's great. It's the best.
Thank you, guys. Let's try and squeeze one more in if we can. So I have one more question.
Hi, I'm
You?
Lana from New Jersey, and I think you all are so amazing. I love seeing you on tour together, and I love how well you get along and how well you work together. My question is, what are the best qualities that you each see in each other, both personally and musically? And thank you to Brian and Roger for choosing Adam to be a part of your incredible band.
Yeah, interesting question. Brian and Roger, what would you say is the best quality that you see in Adam, both personally and professionally?
The best quality, apart from his voice, I would say his sense of humor.
Oh,
he's very, very funny.
I'm just dumb. I'm just very dumb.
Sense of humor very important for Queen. Brian, would you agree or anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, Adam has a lot of qualities. They're all good, you know, and just being a nice person is essential. You cannot tour the world with people who are not nice, you know, who are not considerate and compassionate, whatever, and caring.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Adam has all that, but I mean, the voice is extraordinary. We all know that. There is not another voice in this universe like this one we see here.
Oh.
But, yeah, I mean, I think there are moments where you test each other, I think. You know, you're always looking for something more, and sometimes you come into a little bit of a sort of almost a conflict, but you talk, and it generally leads to something better.
It's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like any family.
Definitely
you know,
family
you work
vibe,
things
yeah.
out. But I think we all care about the way things are, because we want a good life.
Yeah.
And we want excellence. We're in the pursuit of something that no one has ever done before. That's how it feels doing this show. And that's what people tell us. They go, we have never seen a show like that. Never, ever. So that's what you're reaching for.
I think we all care about what the audience walks away with, too.
Absolutely.
Their experience, I think, is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case with some groups or people that you work with. You know?
Is that something you've learned from working with Brian?
I've learned a lot from these gentlemen. A lot by example, a lot of wisdom, just like view of the world. I mean, I've learned a lot. And also, just as far as stagecraft, is just trusting yourself. I think the first time I took the stage, you know, they have a lot more experience than I do touring the world. And so there was a certain level of like comfort that they had that just knew what was to be expected of them. They knew what they were doing. And that kind of quiet confidence. And
we must have fooled you.
I picked up a lot of that, though. I've learned a lot from that.
What band was that?
Well, we're very nearly out of time, but amongst the questions we were submitted, over 50 all asked the same thing. So on behalf of all those people, I will ask it.
Yeah?
They want to know, when are you going to tour again? Just so you know, we had specific requests from Canada, USA,
Brazil.
Mexico, all across South America, South Africa, the Middle East, all across Europe, China, Japan, and Australia. Now, I'm sure you just want to go and lie in a dark room and not think about touring for a little while, but is there anything we can tell the fans? Is this the end of Queen and Adam Lambert, or will the show go on?
We're talking already, you know, because of course you have to look into the future.
But please let us finish the first one that we're on.
Get this one done, yeah. We're thinking, we're talking. I mean, we do need some time off. I think, particularly Roger and I. Well, I don't know. about you,
I could use a break.
But, you know, this has been a long tour, incredibly demanding. And we've lived the life of monks as well, because we've worn our masks, we haven't met people, we haven't done meet and greets, I haven't signed an autograph, I haven't done any pictures, because we treasured the fact that we would do every show. We wouldn't cancel any shows for COVID. That's a long...
Yeah,
2
we
or
haven't
3
missed a
months
show.
discipline.
Not one show missed,
So we need to take a deep breath and kind of get out into the world somehow again.
Yeah, I think the two. I mean, I'm sure people at home could feel the same way. The pandemic, you know, leaves you a little rusty in certain areas of your life. So I think it was pretty amazing getting back into rehearsal. I think we were all really surprised that we got on the bike so quick. That we were like, oh, okay, this is going to be fine. You know, we dusted off the cobwebs like within a day. I feel like, which was, I thought it was going to be harder to kind of get back into it. So that was a real blessing.
But hopefully the show must go on.
Yeah, please. Yeah. No, I mean, everyone I've spoken to, the wait has been worth it. It's a fantastic show. And for those of you who are going to watch it, the concert film, who haven't been able to go and see it live, you're in for a real treat. I'm afraid that is all we've got time for, because I've really got to let these guys go and do a show. Thank you to everyone who has submitted a question. I'm so sorry if we didn't get to yours. They were all brilliant, some great choices. Enjoy the concert when you watch that. All it leaves me now to say is thank you for watching. Thank you to you three for giving up your time. And from everyone in Finland, we have to say goodbye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Simon.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. God bless.